Yep. Cable broke right in the middle of it. So you got like two 12-foot chunks. What was left over. I'm not a fan of the chain. It'll work. Got that one out, now we're getting this one in. The old tri-axle. We got just downpoured this morning. And it's kind of sprinkling here or there. Hopefully the weather will straighten out by the afternoon. No one ever said log on, you might need a shove. Dozer? Probably.
I thought you said this was south. You're good.
You're fine. Your front axles are on high ground. Trick is you'll watch, you'll push that trailer straight that way. No. Kind of sort of. Jimmy's looking to get her lined up right now. He's studying. Jimmy told us that we got to hook the back of his truck up because if he has to hook it up, we're not going to be out of here for another 2 hours. He ain't walking in that mud. I said, yes, sir. I'll hook it up for him and open his door. Thinking crane mats would be a good option. Got to make a phone call here because that skidder needs a cable. I got one at the shop, I believe, and then a loaded crane match you can set in here, and that would help out a lot. This stuff just will not harden up. It hardened up yesterday, and then she rained. stand still. That's a good load there. Loaded right out. We're running out of room for aspen logs. The old dozer gets it done every time. The man, the myth, the legend, right there. Professor. Look at those babies. Look at that disc in there spinning. Sun popped out, got that truck out. Everything's looking on the uppity up finally. Just a little more beautiful out here. Hopefully we can get some drying up going on. Work that road up before we leave tonight. Look at the stars. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. America. Anywho, I had a question the other day, and well, not really a question, but a comment stating that if we ran these Caterpillars at 1800 RPMs, they would last a lot longer. And these are running on different RPMs depending on what I'm doing. Okay, we got a cat motor here, a cat motor here. The new chipper's got cat. All the other, we run all cats and all our chippers. So, when it comes to that, like, see, that shiv's a certain size. This shiv on here is a certain size. And these shivs here are a certain size. So, all these work together. Like, you got some here, right? That's a certain size. This is a certain size. That's an individual size. That's a certain size. The disc is a certain size with a 3-slot chipper disc. So all of this has to work together. Like it has to be dialed in. So what happens is you have timber coming through the chipper that has to maintain a certain speed based on the size of your disc, your chip slots in your disc, okay, to make a good chip. So therefore, all this has to be working together because actually, I think it's the other side, which this is the exact same on the other side. There's a set of pumps over there. So these pumps all have certain individual cartridges in them, maintaining a gallon per minute, and in here, and the other side has the same thing. So basically, depending on the RPM, how fast these are spinning, how fast those are spinning, how fast those are spinning, how fast this is spinning, how fast this is spinning, all has to be perfectly tuned in to maintain a perfect chip quality. And so that's kind of you have to run at a certain RPM because all this is based off a certain RPM. You can't drop it down to 1800. I would have horrible looking chips, and I'd have a big problem in my hands. So this is all dialed in for a certain speed. Actually, one thing I do need to do, and I talked about doing, is having Brian come out and check my speeds of my feed wheels and just kind of go over them. I think they might be just a little fast. I'm not 100% positive. Obviously, it's why I wanted to come check. But I wanted to check it to see what they're running for speed, revolutions per minute. And yeah, we were going to go from there. But that's kind of, you can't run this at 1800 RPMs. Your chip quality would be horrible. The inside of that disc is designed to break apart the tree to maintain a 7/8 by 7/8 chip. If you slow that down, it will not break it apart. If you go too fast, it will break it apart too quick. Inside that is all dialed into how far your space, how far your counter knife is from the edge of your knife. All that is a fine-tuned system in there. If you get it off by 1/8 of an inch, a quarter of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, you can get into big trouble. And you start throwing stuff out that looks like garbage. So everything has to work together. Therefore, the RPMs have to all work together. And everything, like I said, is dialed in at a certain size. And yeah, so that kind of answers that question of you can't run this at 1800 RPMs unless you switch those shivs out, this one out. You could leave that one. And it wouldn't work because it wouldn't work. So, anywho, answering the question, speed, RPMs. But these, we're big fans of Caterpillar V12s. Just these things are, you can destroy them, but it takes a lot. But if you take care of them, they last a long time. I don't care what you're talking about, whether that one back there or this one up here. So, fun day. Just keep rolling.